A weekend at a lake house in the Louisiana Gulf turns into a nightmare for 7 vacationers as they are subjected to shark attacks. Hello and welcome. Today I'm gonna explain to you a horror, thriller movie from 2011 called Shark Night. Spoiler alert. The story begins with Jess going for a swim in the lake. Her boyfriend scares her and takes her bra off. He leaves and she goes to retrieve it. She is then attacked and killed by a shark. At Tulane University, Gordon and Nick are in their dorm when Malik bursts in. He tells them that he got a B+ on an exam, and that they are going to Sarah Polsky's house for the weekend to celebrate. As the three walk out, Malik says he is going to marry his girlfriend Maya. Maya pulls up in a car with Beth. Blake and Sarah arrive. The kids drive toward the lake and stop at a bait shop. They meet Dennis, Krim and Red. The 7 college kids drive toward the lake until Sheriff Sabin appears. Malik, Maya, Nick, and Blake take the boat out to go water skiing. Malik is attacked by a shark and loses his arm. Maya, Nick, and Sarah take him in the boat to the hospital. Malik is still bleeding from his arm. It bleeds into a hole in the boat, leaking blood into the water. A shark bumps the boat and devours Maya. The other 3 are forced to jump off the boat as the steering and brakes stop working. By night, Red and Dennis appear and offer to take 2 people to the hospital. Beth and Gordon decide to go, while on the way Dennis explains that he and Red put the sharks in the lake. He then shoots Gordon in the arm. Gordon swims towards a tree and climbs it, but is caught by a shark. Beth gets thrown into a net and gets attacked and killed by a pack of cookie cutters. Blake tells Malik that Maya is dead, and in a burst of rage, Malik tries to kill the shark responsible but fails miserably. Nick notices a camera attached to the shark. Blake tells the others he is taking Malik to a hospital on Sarah's Wave Runner. As they drive towards the hospital, Malik sees a great white shark following them. He sacrifices himself and is killed. As Blake tries to escape, the shark jumps out of the water, decapitates him, and pulls him into the water. Meanwhile, Sheriff Sabin arrives at the house where he notices the dead hammerhead on the shore. He radios for backup. Nick passes out, knocking over a container of chicken noodle soup that the sheriff had. Sherman the dog eats it. Sarah overhears on the radio about Beth's death. She and Nick are kidnapped by Dennis and the sheriff. Nick wakes up tied to a chair. He panics as the sheriff explains the evil plan behind the sharks. Sabin, Red, Dennis, and a bait store clerk were heavily influenced by Shark Week. They decided to record people getting brutally devoured by sharks. Sabin cuts Nick's leg and spills gasoline. Nick uses his lighter to burn the rope to free himself. He then throws it at the sheriff, who catches on fire. He falls in the lake and is devoured by a tiger shark. On the boat, Dennis chops up fish and dumps the blood and guts all over Sarah, who is in a shark cage. Nick jumps aboard with a dart gun aimed at Red's head as he demands that Dennis brings Sarah back up. Dennis agrees at first. He then pulls out a knife and throws it, hitting Red in the heart, killing him. Nick throws the body overboard. Dennis and Nick fight. Nick knocks Dennis into the water and brings Sarah up out of the water. Dennis grabs a lever and pulls it, resubmerging the cage. The two start to fight again and a shark appears. Dennis gets his leg tangled up in the rope attached to the cage and gets eaten. Nick dives down to retrieve a weapon from the ship and blows the sharks to bits. The two make it back to the boat along with the dog. As the two share a kiss, they look over the horizon, aware that more sharks lurk in the water. As the movie ends, a shark leaps out of the water towards the screen. Sarah and Nick's fate is unknown. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed, don't forget to like and subscribe.